Sorry I couldn't get here earlier at a graduation that I had been invited to 2 years ago, and they canceled that one, so I was there and it was good, and I am glad that I made it to be here with you and to just briefly thank you. You know, as frustrating, as ignorant, as divisive, and as ugly as these battles that we're fighting are, they're necessary, and when you show up, we need to thank you because we cannot turn this country back into reality without you, period. You have a politicized and weaponized United States Supreme Court. And the reality of that couldn't be clearer. And to get passed by the Senate, you're disingenuous and you lie about what your position is going to be regarding Roe versus Wade and the constitutional precedent associated with it. But you're there. You're there, and in your hands, some very fundamental issues for this country. Fundamental issue of equity and human rights and equality. Fundamental issue before you. Driven by the very, very important and necessary and God higher power given right and legal right of women in this country to have control over themselves, period. That has taken center stage, waiting in the wings, challenging who you love. Waiting in the wing, challenging who you are. Waiting in the wings, our fundamental right to privacy and the protection of that privacy. And we can't forget, you know, there's a whole movement that it was going on before January 6th to introduce into the fabric of this nation, into its democracy, an authoritarian streak fueled by racism, by the ignorance, and a sense of arrogance that I'm right and you're not. And that arrogance can be construed as religious arrogance. It can be construed as ideological arrogance. But the fact of the matter, it goes against the fundamental tradition of this nation. And I say that not to whitewash history or to say that the history of this nation is in repeat with colonization, slavery, and all the things that we've done in this nation. But in a democracy, we have a self-corrective mechanism. And that mechanism is our democracy. And I want to say today that it is important. It has been so frustrating for the House of Representatives to send fundamental, important, robust initiatives and law and legislation to the United States Senate and watch it go into an abyss and die there. Now, if voting rights was not the crucible for the filibuster bust, if a woman's rights and co-equal status in this society of ours is not enough, if the packing of our federal court system by ideologues is not enough, then I ask the senator, what is? What is enough? It's time to take that legislation that protects a woman's rights. It's time to take that legislation that confronts the inequality and disparity in this country. It's time to take that legislation that protects our democracy by insisting that all of us have the right to vote. It's time to take that legislation that invests in the next generation of leaders and people in this country. It's time to take that legislation Senator, and act on it. For me, this is a very fundamental issue and a crucible issue. What the court does with Roe versus Wade is going to have a chilling effect on this nation. And I would hope, and I beg, that it is also a motivational win through this nation. That we need to, it's not just about electing the right people, it's about getting the right things done. And it's not just about posturing and being window dressing on these issues, it's about getting something done. And it's not merely about being at a rally and telling you what you want to hear. Show me. Show me. So we're at this point in our nation's history. We can't erase the past, we can't rewrite the past, and we can't whitewash the past. But we're in this moment in our nation's history where we can dictate the future. And learn from mistakes and recognize that in this country of ours and in this world of ours, that equality knows no color, knows no age, knows no love for one another, and knows no gender. Thank you very much.